Mostly cloudy with spotty rain on Friday. Friday night, wet snow and rain showers. Good Thursday night, East Tennessee. David Aldrich, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center, where you can see the Ultimate Doppler Radar is dry and quiet. The Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by Madlock Tire Service and Auto Repair, East Tennessee's #1 tire shop and auto repair since 1953. They've been doing this for over 70 years. If you're in need of an oil change, maybe you need your tires rotated, maybe you need a whole new set of tires, they're there to serve you. They've got 5 convenient locations. Check them out at madlocktireservice.com. You'll love it. By the way, the picture shows it's pretty quiet across the state. No rain here, snow here. What are you talking about, weatherman? Well, we've got some river flooding in some of those irregularly shaped boxes, those polygons to the far deep south, where they had some rain, excessive rain in the days past. But winter is still holding on across the Great Lakes and into New York State and New England, Vermont, New Hampshire seeing more snow, even toward Boston, and more wet weather, snow showers across parts of Iowa and parts of Nebraska and the Dakotas. So there is some winter weather. It's just what's going to make it here. We're going to explore that here in this very video. By the way, the latest drought monitor came out today with very little change. We still have what's considered a moderate drought in light brown in parts of the plateau. I'm talking about Cumberland, Morgan, and southern Fentress County. We are still out of that mix. There's no more drought in Knox County. There's no coloring here. That hasn't changed, but they still could use a little bit more rain. The yellow areas refer to level 1, abnormally dry conditions, and that would include Crossville. But the areas that might need it the most would include Clark Range, perhaps Monterey, Fairfield Glade, and Wartburg. Parts of Morgan County, as I mentioned, needing some more rain. The drought monitor comes out from NOAA once every Thursday morning, usually around 8:30 is when that's posted. So I wanted to share that with you to see that there has been very little change in terms of that. We're going to be getting some more moisture, as we know, this weekend, certainly Friday night, Saturday morning. Now, the clouds are increasing. More clouds can be expected, maybe a stray shower, but I just don't see much. Where would that stray shower be? Well, there's a little bit in West Virginia, but you have to squint to see it, and maybe some of that works its way down towards southwest Virginia, maybe into the Smokies later tonight. I don't expect much. Almanac, our high temperature, wowzer, hit 66. Well, this morning I called for 64. So we were off 2 degrees. That occurred at 3:52 in the afternoon from the records of McGee-Tyson Airport. And the starting point was 34 this morning, which is closer to average. But we were 10 degrees, actually, make that 13 degrees above normal. Normal high 53. We hit 66. So, yeah, that would be 13 degrees, Aldridge. Yeah, 65 in Kingston. We saw a high of 68 in McMinn County. Are you kidding me? Sevierville came in with the same number at 68. It's like spring has sprung, or so one might think, until you see the next couple of maps I'm about to show you, because it ebbs and flows. It's like going to the beach and saying, these waves are lousy. I'm there at 7 in the morning, there's no surf to use my boogie board. But if I come back at 2 in the afternoon, well, surf's up, dude. I mean, man, these waves are crashing. It's a different experience. Same beach, different time of day, and different time of the 7 day. Look at these numbers. I mean, 70 today in Tupelo, 69 Chattanooga, 69 in Charlotte. You might think spring is certainly here, and I can't disagree with you, but I don't think it's going to stick around. This weekend it's going to be rather cold, much colder than it was today. Clouds and spotty rain Friday. Early Saturday morning, I'm talking like late Friday night, well after midnight, some wet snow may form and some rain. But a much colder weekend where the highs are in the 40s. And on Saturday, struggling to reach 42. So we're talking low 40s on Saturday with some stray flakes, and highs on Sunday, upper 40s, about 49. And we're both mornings are going to be in the 20s. So it's going to be pretty tough. At least low 30s on Saturday morning. Mid 20s go Sunday morning and Monday morning. So early next week. But I want to show you the snow potential. You look at this map and you say, this is classic horseshoe effect. And based on the direction of this storm system, I can't disagree with you there. But I would be remiss, I would be inappropriate if I didn't show you the second map, because this would suggest it's all dancing around Knoxville. And if this verifies, so be it. But if they were all of equal potential, this is a different map, different set of equations. It's depending on the temperature, don't you know? So this would suggest just under a ½ inch in Knox County, maybe 1.5 inches in Morristown. Now, this might be pie in the sky. Its equations of motion might be different than the other one. Now, clearly, it's showing over 3 inches in parts of dark blue around maybe Corbin, Kentucky, or Williamsburg, if this verified. So there's going to be some snow, but I don't want you to get too excited. What the great thing is, I'm going to have my map posted on the premium side later tonight. early tomorrow morning. So if you're interested, want to know what I think, I can show you this. I can show you this map. The second or third map, Exhibit C, shows also pretty paltry output. So it doesn't show much. If it mixes more with rain, it's going to be highly dependent on temperature, and it's also dependent on track and timing. We know the timing is late tomorrow night. We're getting closer. We're within, less than 36 hours from liftoff. And some may have some flakes to complain about, or maybe rejoice. Because if you're on Team Snow, you'd be like, yeah, I want the snow. Or, I didn't get anything, but I don't live in the Smokies. So again, the most favored areas will be Kentucky. The most favorite areas will be the Plateau and also the Smokies. So I think the chance of us getting, and this would be, may I mention, grassy accumulation. This wouldn't amount to much. Most likely not stick around long because we're back in the 40s on Saturday afternoon. Don't think it'll stick around. But 58, the current temperature in Knoxville as of 8 o'clock tonight. But where is this cold air you keep talking about? Well, single digits are represented on this map in purple. So the purple or pinkish color in North Dakota, Montana, and into northern Minnesota are all single digits. All you have to do is go to the Captain Accurate Weather app, zoom into that map, and zoom into that color, and just tap it, and it'll tell you the temperature. They're probably 6 degrees, 9 degrees. And Caribou's 17, but there are single digits in the northern plain states. And it lines up well with this map, because I'm always talking about the purple. The purple area represents single-digit wind chills with highs in the teens and 20s. Now, we're going to be in the 20s for lows, but imagine if our highs were in the 20s. That's what they're going to experience in places like Minneapolis, Winnipeg, and parts of the Dakotas, Rapid City, Chicagoland. That's by the 16th. Look at this surge of cold air. It's coming down, y'all, and it comes right into town, just enough to produce perhaps some wet snow that might greet you early Saturday morning. By the 19th, that's President's Day, Washington's birthday. It's maybe not that great in the morning because we start at 26. But at least by the afternoon on Monday with sunny skies, we're up to 55. Then it starts to warm up again. But then it gets cold again by the 23rd. What's the 23rd? Well, that's day 8. It gets really cold by the 23rd and maybe the 24th. It looks pretty. The purple, my goodness. It's in Kentucky and West Virginia. Are you telling me it could get that cold here? Yeah. All you see is the 7-day. It's like, la, la, la. It's like all I see are the low waves at 7 in the morning. If you are reading a book at the beach all day long, you see it all. That's assuming you look out of the book and say, oh, the waves are crashing. Oh, the waves are pretty calm. And tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures on the mild side in the upper 50s. But after today, it was pretty sweet because we did get to 66. Can't argue that. We were 13 degrees above normal. Now, look ahead to the 29th. You might say, well, it gets warm again. It does, but this is a battle that will not be won over one stretch of time. It's going to go right into the month of March. And look at the spin in color between Omaha and Wichita. It does try to come down in here, and that could be cold enough to make some snow right into your town and mine by early March. So there's still a lot of winter. I can't emphasize this enough. A lot of winter still ahead of us. By the way, the Storm Prediction Center talking about some colors of the first box. This is the general thunderstorm risk that would be in Memphis tomorrow, Little Rock, Nashville, and it has expanded now into parts of the plateau. Talking about Jamestown, all you have to do is look here. La Follette is now included, as is Jellicoe. So by tomorrow night, you can get some thunderstorms with the rain that could potentially change over to flakes as it gets colder, because the cold front's coming in. Same time, temperature will be dependent on whether you get the drops or the flakes. Maybe a hodgepodge of the entire viewing area. We'll get both. And that's why I was very clear to express it as wet snow and rain, because not everybody will have the same experience. Saturday, no concerns for severe weather anywhere in the country. It's quiet there, and so it goes. But here's how this plays out. Notice the spots of rain or stray showers by 11 o'clock. It puts it in the Smokies because we have a front that's coming through. And the only raindrops we see so far appear to be in West Virginia. But this would suggest one may flare up in the Smokies by 11 o'clock tonight. Warm front drapes to the south toward Huntsville at 7 a.m. So we start quiet, no rain there. But now it's beginning to gather, and the heavier snows in Kansas City spread into Springfield, Illinois, slides into Indianapolis, slides into Columbus, Ohio. And look at that snow, my goodness. That's even up toward Lexington. I'm sure they'll be thrilled to have some snow there. I don't know if that's true. But I do know that the rain that we see approaching us will start off more rain by 8 o'clock. And then if you look at Bowling Green, it starts to change. And that's the inflection point. That's what I'm tracking. Whoa, how much? It's a very narrow window, right? It's only a couple of hours. And if you're off a couple of degrees, then it's a snow bust or a snow surprise. Whoa, wow, I didn't expect that. So keep it all options on the table, as I'll have my update for you, for everybody, by 6:40 tomorrow morning. By the way, there's the front. That's 10:15. There's still moisture behind it in Nashville. That could be snow. Some models suggest it's snow with a northerly wind in Middle Tennessee by 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And, of course, that would be 9 o'clock, 9:15 Eastern or Central Time. But then there's some snow. It looks like this one wants to put it over the Smokies, and so it goes. So with sunshiny skies developing later in the day on Saturday, I think the more sunny day will be Sunday. Sunday's glorious, but high temperatures only reaching now about 47. 47 is where I have us on Saturday. Sunday's 47. Goodness, 42 on Saturday. Whole lot to keep track of, I will tell you that. Tonight we're down to 41. More clouds than mild. A stray shower. Winds are going to be about 3 to 8 plus. Lows tonight will vary. I have us mild at 41. But our friends in the plateau will be in the mid-30s to start tomorrow morning. 39 in Morristown, 33 in Jonesville, just to give you an idea. Friday's highs, 59. Mostly cloudy. Spots of rain late. And, of course, things change dramatically by the time we hit Friday night, Saturday morning. 57 is my expectation for a high in Oak Ridge. 59 Sevierville. 61 in Athens. And if Tellico Plains hits 64 tomorrow, that would not surprise me. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast. Oh, does it change? It does. Saturday, 42. Are you kidding me? The normal high is 53. But by this weekend, it'll be 54. So we're going to be, 12 degrees below normal for Saturday for the high. But those 2 mornings are awfully frosty. We're looking at 24 Sunday morning, 26 Washington's birthday's morning, not Monday, and then we're back in the mid-60s. But it's interesting because Thursday is, in fact, the 22nd of February. I can assure you by the time we get to the 23rd, the next day, it'll drop off like a rock. So winter will come back, and that's what I mean. It's back and forth. Each week has its own unique challenges that I can assure you. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app with Pete Michaels Traffic. All you have to do is download and just type the words Captain Accurate, either at the App Store or Google Play. It also works beautifully on your iPad, but Pete Michaels has his traffic reports there, and they're second to none, the best in town, all on the app. And you don't have to wait for the radio to play it. You actually get the same traffic report you would normally hear on the radio right on the app. You gotta love that. Well, my name is David Aldrich. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so we'll see you here tomorrow morning as well. Take care.